Testing, testing, woo. Can you hear me? Let's see. Yes, I'm here. It's 12:27 a.m. I know. Sorry for being late again. Sorry. Okay, so it's more summary. So now you can see on the title, it's both COVID and monkeypox now. So got a few updates here, but it's just a main summary. All right. So because I'm just in regular coverage, I'm not seeing a lot of COVID and monkeypox, but I'm still monitoring it anyway because I look at multiple sources. All right. So I mean the week this week have been crazy busy. All right. I had a great time at Anime Boston, and then I had a day off, and I passed out on Memorial Day, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday was just crazy. I think all the work. Usually Monday is a really busy day for my job. However, all that workload went into all the other 4 days, and all the 4 days were very busy for the most part. So we didn't have much of a routine at work. All it was is just roll with the punches and just whatever routine it was. The routine that we did was anything that comes in, let's just do it. So very hard. And then I had to do some catch up. All right, I had to stay late after my shift to take care of stuff, all because of the workload that was missed. Also, I'm actually gonna post this on my job's Instagram that we're actually closed on Sunday due to a Jewish holiday called Shavuot. I don't know if I pronounced it right. So I'll be back Monday through Friday, 10 to 7. So I'm here Monday. I work Monday through Friday, 10 to 7 minimum, but early in the day. Sometimes I come early as, I think the earliest I went was 8:30 in the morning, but I rarely do that. you know, I arrive around 10 to 30 minutes early before work, because if I were to arrive to work 5 minutes early up until, you know, 10 on the dot, I'm gonna lose my shiggles. Okay, I don't want to get flagged, sorry. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna explode on someone. Alright, I need a little bit of wiggle room to get things prepared, get things set up, and all that stuff. Alright, and then there'll be times where I stay late, very late at work, because I have to take care of stuff. Because if I leave at 7 on the dot, there's going to be a lot of backlog, and we can't have that, because if we get a backlog, then it's going to be very hard to take care of the patients coming in or getting the phone calls and whatnot. But yeah, that's the other thing. It's a lot of phone calls during this week. You know, my iPhone has been busy. The pharmacy lines have been busy. There's only so much the pharmacy lines can handle. So, and that's why you don't see a lot of posting on my Instagram. And I posted so many posts ago. I think it was before Anime Boston. I took a post that in case if I do post less, if I'm less active in social media in general, that's the reason, due to work. And sometimes I'll be coming early to work. Actually, well, I come early to work every day anyway. All right, it's just how early is it? And then, but it's usually afterwards. I stay really late, and then I also have sessions as well. I have 2 sessions a week. All right, so that's the part where I can't stay late after work to take care of stuff. I have to move it over. Okay, so you know, are these all the so these updates for COVID and monkeypox? Those are just the most important. There are so many others. Okay, uh, oh yeah, we got the moving the motion emotes, which someday I'll get that if I'm affiliated. The bike slide, and I can't see it very well. All right, you made it. Okay, and I'm always late because it is Filipino time. Okay, so let's get to it. I have that too. Hey, I just want to show you. Look at this. Look. Well, I think you saw it already. Yeah, see? But where is... Yeah, here it is. But he has the chocolate. Alright, so... Later on, I will cosplay on stream. This guy. Yeah, that's right. Put next to him. Ah, shoot. Get in there. Okay, so... Also, I got... Oops, sorry. Also, I want to show you... it's not very clear. I put pharmacy stuff in here. So, I'll show that in another time. So, here, there's a Naruto, there's Nezuko, there's more Naruto, then there's Kurenai, there is Suzaku. I met Yuri Lowenthal. I met... that he's also the voice actor for Sasuke. Then I bet the voice actress for Shinobu. Then there's my Attack on Titan. More Naruto. This is Tanjiro autographed, so Zach Aguilar signed it for me. The bike map. These anime characters. Vegeta. I got an autograph from Chris Sabat. Okay, that's another one of my waifus over here. This is My Hero Academia with all these different signatures, then all that stuff. Oh yeah, there's Jason David Frank here. These are the asthma inhalers. And then if I go this way, that's the bike map for New York State. So, a lot going on. Oh yeah, this is a fairy tale poster over here. Then there is Jason David Frank over here. Okay, so let's get to it, shall we? Here we go. Okay, so On my last stream, for some reason, OBS Studios did not switch to the slides mode, so I actually have to pay attention. Let's see if it works now. Yes. No. We're gonna do that later. Can we do that? There we go. Okay, so used to be just COVID. Now we have to do both. We have to do both COVID and monkeypox. All right, and the monkeypox part, still getting our act together. All right, now there is an article where it says boosted Americans getting more COVID infections. Okay, please, 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 please don't give in to the hype. Okay, there's I just don't understand. Like, come on. You know, not all the cases are being reported. All right. Reason being is that a lot of people nowadays, now we're just getting the home tests, and most people don't even report the home test. I did one home test. I did not report. Why? It was freaking negative. Okay, well, what's the point? If it's positive, you have to report it. I think just people feel embarrassed about something. I have no idea. All right. So, just because you get boosted doesn't mean you get more COVID infections. That's not how it works. Okay. There has to be other factors that go into it, as I lay it out. Regardless, I still need everyone to read the entire article on CBS News on boosted Americans getting more COVID infections. And this is just a summary, okay? Those who tend to be vaccinated and or boosted tend to be risky because they think, oh, I got my vaccine, I can hug someone, I can kiss someone, I can go inside without a mask, I can go outside in a crowd without a mask. No. I'll be the party pooper, okay? I'd rather be the party pooper and tell you the truth rather than be, not a party pooper and I don't tell you the truth, and then you end up getting sick. I just want to tell you that there are 3 people I know. I just got informed today got tested positive. One of them is one of my best friends. Okay, another one is someone who I work with, but she's not my coworker colleague, but it's from another site. So we communicate with patients about that. And a third one is the same thing. Actually, another person, but in another office. Okay, she's not my coworker, but we speak to each other on the phone and communicate with, helping with patients. And oh, I see more facts. Yes, that's right. Here are the facts. Okay. Hola, Señor Shelby, ¿cómo estás? Okay, now, I haven't been paying attention. Wow. So, my brain is a little crazy here. So, now, if you tend to be risky, you will get COVID. I mean, there's a higher chance. It's obvious, okay? You don't put all your eggs in one basket, okay? That's why I put down vaccination should not be the only layer of protection. Again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Nothing's 100%. Do I really have to say this over and over again? Like, I don't understand. This is... People don't listen. You're not... And then we're going to talk about monkeypox, where people don't listen as well, where now it's spreading. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. I have to bring up this slide that I talked about in all of my Consurvival panels. No, not that one. I have to talk about this. Why you still need to mask up, vaccinated or not. In this case, we're going to go like this. Whether you're vaccinated or not, why it's important to use all the tools available to protect yourself against COVID. Okay? So, it's not just vaccination, masks as well. especially the KN95, and which I threw out. Shoot. Wait, let's see. I have a lot of these. So, you gotta wear it. Alright? Okay, you mask it or you cask it. Alright? I just don't understand. People don't like masks. I understand, like, I wear glasses, and this is what you see. Look. Oh, wait. See this? I know it's annoying. You go like, you get that little, all that fogginess. I get it, okay? But it's better than getting sick and then you have to quarantine for about 5, 10 days, 2 weeks kind of thing. No. No, 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 no. Alright. So, please, 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 por favor, please listen to me. Por favor, escúcheme. Okay? With all the facts, please, please, I don't want you to get sick. Please. Okay, so, wear the masks. If possible, social distance. If possible. Alright? So, increase ventilation. Open the windows. If you get sick, get quarantined. Okay, learn about this. Alright, knowledge is power, right? That's why I'm here, right? I'm the educational informational streamer. Okay, you get tested. Don't touch your face. Don't pick your nose. Don't go, you know, sucking your fingers and all that stuff. You limit crowds. Usually that's more for the high risk. It's hard to limit crowds in New York City. Okay, so you use the best tools available. You do the best you can. So let me say this: the more layers, the better protection from COVID, and the much lesser chance of COVID getting to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, and that's why we have the Swiss cheese model. So no single intervention or layer is perfect in stopping the spread. Nothing's 100%, and and it's, you see with the holes. The holes are just the imperfections, basically, the little gaps that COVID can actually enter. So one example would be COVID doing a breakthrough. Okay, so when one layer gets breached, you have other layers. But if you only have one layer and that gets breached, you're fucked. I mean, oops, you're flucked. Okay, you're screwed. Don't give me a strike, please. Don't give me a strike. It was a mistake. It slipped. I'm sorry. Okay. All right. Let's get back to the updates. Okay, so some of those boosted, they found out in this article, they found out that those who are boosted tend to do a COVID test in the lab than doing it with at-home kits. And that's why maybe they're getting more reported cases, so to speak. And those who are doing the at-home tests, they tend not to report it. I get it. All right. So that's what they're seeing. And also, if you're up to date with vaccinations and you get infected, I have to say this again. All right, that doesn't mean the vaccine did not work. Okay, if you were infected and you were not vaccinated whatsoever, you're screwed. But if you're vaccinated, okay, and or boosted, the infection gets mitigated if you get tested positive. But you still have to take this thing seriously. You still wear a mask, and you still have to sit your ass at home so you don't spread it to anyone. And also, recovery is a little shorter in terms of time, as opposed to as if you're unvaccinated. Next thing is CDC Director Dr. Rochelle Walensky is in talks with the FDA and is considering expanding the second booster or the fourth dose eligibility to more adults, particularly those who are high risk. Me. The last time I got my booster was late October 2021. Was it? We're like what? I'm more than 7 months out from my. So I've like went past it, and I've been very lucky because I've been always tested negative. All right, I've went through Anime NYC while boosted. Went through my basement that became a super spreader, and etc. And I've been so lucky. You know what? They have to update the vaccines, in my opinion, and take into account the current variants that are available. But the only issue is that will slow down in terms of trying to get the new vaccines out, because they have to do studies, and they gotta take their time. They can't rush it, because if they rush it, then the credibility goes downwards. Okay, now next thing is the possible next vaccine for the U.S. to be to get that emergency use authorization is Novavax, and there is a risk of heart inflammation. So sorry, back to the drawing board. So far as it stands, it's still Pfizer, Moderna, and Johnson & Johnson. That's the COVID part. And as of June 3rd, 2022, that's today, if you're in the, so my two mods are in the West Coast. So right now it's 9:47. So yes, so the date is there. Right now it's 12:47 a.m. and it's considered June 4th, Saturday, June 4th. But anyway, so it's very recent. So about 913 monkey cases have been reported, and the numbers are still going up, and most of them are in Europe. In the UK alone, there are over 200. There are about 225 of them. But you can also find them in North and South America, Asia, North Africa, and Australia. So we're sensing a possible community spread here. And they're also saying, and I didn't put this on the slides because I don't feel, sold on this. I feel as though there should be more information on this. They're saying that the monkeypox has been spreading more towards with the gay and bisexual men. I cannot really verify that, but that's what I'm hearing in multiple news sources. But to be clear, anyone can get it, and it can spread, just not as fast as COVID. Okay, it tends to spread toward more, even though it spreads through respiratory droplets. You would have to be in close contact. You see this more when you're dealing with direct contact when it comes to mucous membranes, bodily fluids. If there is open skin, and there is open skin everywhere, even if you don't think there is open skin, even if the skin's healthy, the virus can still enter there if you have in contact with the lesions of monkeypox. Same as goes with smallpox, because that spreads too. And also contaminated surfaces or contaminated bedding, like right here. So, oh, you can't see it. Okay, but here. So if you don't clean your bedding over here, you don't clean the sheets here, or if you're in your surfaces or things over here in the surface. So if you have like a lesion here and I go, then this thing, my mouse, has monkeypox virus. Unless if you clean it and then sanitize it. Alright. So just wanted to make that clear. You can spread it still. Alright, but that's not something to be panicking over, and it's not something to be nervous about. But just be careful, be vigilant about it. Same as you go with COVID, and COVID spreads faster anyway. And so the next thing is that we're gonna, since I focus more with the U.S. people, there are about 25 monkeypox cases in the U.S. according to the CDC. First, CDC says New York has 0. Now New York has 5. Massachusetts still stands at 1. So, and yeah, there are 11, and 11 states are affected. I forgot which states there are. I know there's one in Pennsylvania, and what else? And a few in California, and a few in Florida. So those are just some of the states there. Also, they found 2 monkeypox strains in the U.S. and they're not. And that's why if you were watching, you waited for more than 10 minutes, I've been actually trying to look for that information everywhere. It says 2 monkeypox strains, and I want to know, where is it coming from? What is it? What's the characteristics of it? All I can say is that, a lot of the cases coming to the U.S. are from Europe. A lot of it, most of it, and so that's one part. The other part is there's the endemic version. So that's the one in Central and West Africa, so to speak. So I'm monitoring that as well. And also recently, I just found out earlier tonight, U.S. will roll out 1,200 monkeypox vaccines. So it's gonna go to areas where there's an outbreak. So it's not a widespread outbreak. It's not into pandemic status yet. But as with any disease, please protect yourself. Please be careful. Please be vigilant. Don't be scared. Don't panic. Also, as I said, there are vaccines for it, and I brought that up at Anime Boston. So I'm gonna go back to those slides if I can find it. Where can I find it? All right, so yeah, that's actually the monkeypox summary. I talked about it in the past streams, and also at the panel, my con survival panel in Anime Boston. That's where the first case of 2022 is. Okay, I talked about the prevention part. All right, so those are the lesions. So if you touch these lesions, you can get it, of course. If the lesions go onto surfaces, you contaminate the surfaces. You put on bedding or clothes, it gets contaminated unless if you wash it. So if someone else comes in contact, you could get the virus. All right. So far in the U.S., there are 2 approved vaccines. The most recent is Jynneos or Imvamune or Imvanex. 2 doses, 4 weeks apart. It's 85% effective. That's pretty good. Usually I'm more with 80 plus. 90 plus, even better. And then there's another one called ACAM 200. So it's a droplet administered via percutaneous route. So you have this thing that looks like instead, with a fork, instead of these 4 things, there's these 2. It's a bifurcated needle, and you jab it, and when you bleed, that's a good thing because we need that droplet to get into the bloodstream, and then you'll develop antibodies from that. All right. So in this case, vaccination/prevention is key. There are no specific treatments yet, but I'm hearing that there is treatments according to the World Health Organization. So I'll look into that. But this is what they have so far, and evidence is not very strong with these for these 3 medications. Okie dokie. So that's my COVID monkeypox update, and it's not as detailed as I wanted to, but because of time constrictions and all that stuff. But at least, very very important, very basic. Okay, very easy to understand. At least I tried tried the best I can with that. Now, we can get into the subways, and I'm gonna get it set up right here. Let's do it. It is over here. Boom, there we go. Okay. And I have to fix this. If I'm able to... Boop, 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 boop. I don't know, it's always something going on here. Always something. Okay, so... Finally. Now we have it. Not last stream, all you saw was my face going like, and then you didn't see the map. Now we got the map straightened out. Beautiful. That's what we want. Okay, so ongoing. So we're gonna go to the S train. All right. So this is gonna be every weekend, and all the Monday holidays until Labor Day. And this S train is going to run between Beach 116th Street, and it's going to extend from Broad Channel to Rockaway Boulevard. So it's between Rockaway Boulevard and Beach 116th Street. There's one problem. Right here, right next to Cross Bay Veterans Memorial Bridge, there is a bridge over here, and it's that stupid spinning bridge, and it pisses me off, and it makes me late 20 to 30 minutes, if you're lucky. That's what's gonna hurt I can't say the S word because I'm gonna get a strike. Okay, but this silly train, or the shiggy train, sugar honey iced tea train. Okay, I have to be careful because I curse a lot and I don't want to get a strike, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. So please don't ban me, please. Okay, so during the weekends, this is ongoing. All right. The next thing is the thing that never stops. Okay, 9th Street, 23rd Street from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. It's still closed at late nights. I don't know what the hell they're doing. So that's your ongoing. The next thing is we're gonna get to the 6th train in the Bronx. So the 6th train will be express southbound between Parkchester and 3rd Avenue, 138th Street. So it's gonna follow this guy over here, the Diamond 6. Next thing is the 7, and it's gonna do it a little bit similarly. Westbound is express between Metz Willets Point and 74th Street Broadway. So it's gonna do this. But we're gonna stop here. Whoop. And then to make a stop here, and it's gonna go local over here. And in that part, it's gonna stop at Broadway Junction. Next thing is the Anxiety and Crappy train. This is my home train, the Anxiety train, just like a spouse. Can't live without them. Okay, so the northbound, Manhattan-bound Anxiety and Crappy trains, local between Utica Avenue. You'll see in the MTA website, it'll say between Utica Avenue and Hoyt, but it's actually Utica Avenue, and then it goes local. It actually goes local uptown too, until 59th Street Columbus Circle, but you'll see it as two different segments. But between 59th and Canal, and then between Hoyt and Utica, that's what they talk about. But they didn't talk about Hoyt and Canal because it's two tracks. So the Anxiety and Crappy trains share the same tracks between it. So I just make it consistent. See? Using less words, doing one-liners, easy. But especially for me, because I want fast information that I can use on my fingertips. So again, westbound or northbound, anxiety and crappy trains going local between Utica and 59th Street Columbus Circle. Next thing is in both directions, the E train is going on the F between Roosevelt Avenue, and then it's going to go through here, both directions, all the way to West 4th Street. So what happens here? If you want to go to 5th Avenue, 53rd Street, you can take the R train and transfer there. All right. Or what you can do is you can actually transfer to the Q and then go to 57 and then go walk across, take the R and go there and get off here. If you want this area, take the 6th train, but you're gonna have to walk a little bit, and then you just go down there. Next thing, if you want to go to, by the way, there's no M train for this weekend. Just letting you know, no M trains. If you want to go to Port Square, take the 7 train. Queens Plaza, take the R train. Okay. The next thing is, where do I have it here? Next thing, the 3 train runs between New Lots Avenue, and this is all weekend, okay? Because there's no 4 trains and no 5 trains in Brooklyn. All right. By the way, the 5 trains, I'm gonna talk about a little bit. But there's no 4 and 6 trains south of Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. All right, you're gonna need to take the J train to get on these stations, or you can actually transfer to the R. There's actually a connection right over here, but it's better that you use your unlimited MetroCard for that. All right, so it's walking distance, so you can use that to get to Bowling Green. Bowling Green and South Ferry stations are pretty, very close. Okay, so back to the 3 train. So the 3 train runs between New Lots and then go through the usual route. And then at 96th Street, instead of going here in this area, it's going to go into the 1 train and it's going to end at 137th Street City College. If you want the stations over here, you're going to use the 2 train. However, 2 train will go to the Bronx after 135th Street. So what you do is, as an alternative for 145th and 148th Streets, you're going to use the M7 or M102 buses. By the way, at late nights, there is a free shuttle bus that runs between 135th Street and 148th Street. Next thing, just as a reminder, there is no trains south of Brooklyn Bridge City Hall, so no 4 and 6 trains south of Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. 4 and 6 trains will stop at Brooklyn Bridge City Hall. In addition to that, the 4 and 6 trains will be express in Manhattan. With the 5 train, it's going to run between Dyer Avenue to 42nd Street, Grand Central, and it's going to be express between 125th and Grand Central. The next thing is we're going to go to Brooklyn again. We're going to go to the J train. Okay, so I just got a note before I started the stream, I put a story from Blit Transit, and there's going to be an issue going on with the J train. So in this case, there's no J train between Marcy Avenue and Broadway Junction. You need to take a bus. All right. There is no M trains whatsoever, but the bus will run between Marcy Avenue and then it will go to the M train. In the future, this will happen often. It's not going to happen this weekend, but maybe next weekend, or be prepared that this section of the J and Z trains will be taken out. And you're going to use a shuttle bus that goes between 121st Street and Jamaica Van Wyck. And if you want to go to these two stations, you would have to take the E train. Once you take a shuttle bus from 121st Street and Jamaica Avenue to Jamaica Van Wyck, and then you take the E. Alright. The next thing is the R train. This is ongoing. I think this is gonna end maybe the 6th. I'm not sure, but this one, the R train, is going to run between 71st Avenue and too far, 9th Avenue on the D train. And R train only runs during the daytime and the evening hours. Late nights, no R train. Use alternate routes. But all weekend, you're going to need a bus if you want to go south of 36th Street. So a bus will replace the R train between 36th Street and Bay Ridge 95th Street, making all R stops. The next thing I have is the Staten Island Railway. We go right over here, and there is no trains between Jefferson Avenue and Tottenville. So that's a huge section. So it's going to be run by shuttle buses. Next thing is, speaking of which, we're going to go back to it, the N train. The N train is local in Brooklyn. So even though it's going to be in the Manhattan Bridge, it's going to stop at DeKalb and stop all these stops over here. All over here. Why is that? 2 reasons. Number 1, to help the R train. Number 2, to facilitate transfers with the F train. Because, once again, and this is recurring, no F trains south of Church Avenue, no G. So it's going to stop at the same terminal as the G train. And you're going to have to use local buses or alternate routes such as the N train. Next thing, we're going to go to the Bronx on the 4 train. So southbound 4 train is express between Bedford Park Boulevard and 167th Street. And it's going to stop at Burnside. I took a 4 train one time, and after 167th Street, it went express, and then the last stop was at Burnside. And then right behind it was a 4 train, and then after that, it skipped 183rd, Fordham, and then it went to Kingsbridge, and then it stopped at Bedford Park Boulevard. So I was having a pretty good express, unexpectedly. But hey, you know what? At least it didn't skip any of my stops. Okay. The next thing, we're actually going to go to... We're going to go to the Hudson-Bergen Light Rail. We're going to go across the Hudson. And so the buses will replace the Hudson-Bergen Light Rail, this little guy over here, at Harsimus Cove, Newport, and 2nd Street. So there's going to be a bus running around between 9th Street, Congress Street, and Harborside, around here. So there's a bus bridging going on due to work being done on the Hudson-Bergen Light Rail. That's New Jersey Transit, of course, owned by New Jersey Transit. The next thing, there is a Coldplay concert this weekend, and New Jersey Transit will run trains between Secaucus and MetLife Stadium. You have to follow the schedules accordingly, because this will start around 4:40 p.m. Okay, that's the first train leaving Secaucus to get to Meadowlands, and then when the concert ends, the train leaving Meadowlands to go to Secaucus Junction leaves no earlier than 1 in the morning. And finally, we're gonna get to the Long Island Railroad. So far, the weekend isn't as bad. I think it's moderate. I'm gonna be going out because I just want to show you something. If I don't know if you realize. Oh wait, yes. Nothing. This thing broke. So I'm a little sad. I guess things happen, but I'm glad it's still it's stable. All right. So, lastly, for the Long Island Railroad, the westbound trains will be expressed between Jamaica and Penn Station. It's gonna skip Kew Gardens, Forest Hills, and Woodside. However, on Woodside, the Port Washington branch will stop there in both directions at all times. Also, you can actually use your Long Island Railroad tickets and use them to cross honor at some subway stations. So that's just a heads up. All right, and I know it's a short stream, but that's my COVID, monkeypox, and rail updates for New York City. Thank you so much to my two mods, DJ Nikizem and the Missing Shelby, for coming. Thank you for stopping by. And let's find out who we're gonna raid. Let's see. Who is live tonight? Let's find out. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this again. Oh, this is hard. You know what? I'm gonna raid again Patchwork, because he's doing a 12-hour streamiversary. All right, go show him some support. All right, the other one I want to do is actually Great Red Dragon, because he's doing Super Mario RPG, one of my favorite games. Even though I never owned the game, I played my relative's game back a long time ago. It was with the Super Nintendo. That was like the last game for the Super Nintendo, and it kind of was like a precursor to Super Mario 64 for N64. But anyway, we're gonna send it to Patchwork because it's his 12-hour streamiversary. So let's do this. Raid Patch. I can never spell it right. Okay, so let's go wish him a streamiversary, and in the words of DJ Nicky Zam, have a great day, and always stay healthy and safe. Oh, I screwed it up. Take two. Okay, take two. In the words of DJ Nicky Zam, I hope you all stay healthy and safe as always. Y en las palabras de Doctora Ana María Polo, he dicho, boom, transmisión cerrada. Have a good night. I will see you maybe Sunday or Monday, depends. And it's gonna be around after midnight. It's not 11:45 anymore, so I will see you then. Peace.